in this video, I'm going to go over everything to do with housing routing from A to Z. There are really two main routes, or two categories of routes that you want to know about. There's Top-Down and Manhunt. In Top-Down, you are starting from these ramparts, or even sometimes somewhere around here. And in Manhunt, you're starting from the lower housing units. There are advantages to each. Top-Down gives you more chests, and Manhunt usually gives you more piglins. Sometimes it's the other way around, though. Anyway, that's about it for the introduction. Now I'm going to get started with top-down stuff. Or rather, actually, I'm going to get into housing holes before we do anything. So in any route, I'm going to block off. Actually, I'll just generate a new Bastion. In any route, your goal is to get down to here and trade with piglins down here. So the normal hole that most people do looks something like this. So I'm going to go over every hole, so this is going to take a few minutes. Whenever you're in the hole, you want to hard toggle if you're completely safe. There's an alternative hole you can dig where you can dig down at the same spot. You dig down right here. Break these blocks and let them in that way. And it's the same concept from there. Now there's what's known as the FSG housing hole, or the safe housing hole, where you don't have to dig any blocks before placing a block above your head. You just get into here, place a block above your head, and there's three options you can take from here. You can dig down 1, 2, 3. Well, you have to dig down 1, 2, 3 and dig across 2. Now from here, you can either place this block and break this block, or you can break these two blocks, or you can break this gold and break these two blocks. And the way you continue from there is just getting all the gold. And onto my favorite, which is the fast housing holes. Alright, so I use terminology as fast housing hole 1 through 6. So I'm going to go through each one. Fast housing hole 1 looks something like this. So you're coming from the top, you dig down here, break this. There are two pathfinding enhancing blocks which are optional. You place these two, and then you dig down 2, place a block above your head, and throw the gold in. Make sure you hard toggle. Now the thing is, crossbow piglins can shoot you from here. Let's see if I can get an example of that. So what you want to do, if you have problems with that, you place this, break this, and throw the gold up like this. And that trick really only works with this housing hole. And you proceed to mine the rest of the gold blocks and throw them to the piglins. Yada yada yada. Onto fast housing hole 2. Alright, for this one, dig down here, place 1, 2. This one is optional, but I highly recommend it. And it's the same concept. Make sure you hard toggle. This one's a lot better for top down, than it is for Manhunt. It's pretty good for pathing. On to fast housing hole 3. There are a few ways you can do this one. If you're really safe, and like there's no piglins by you, you can just dig down 2 and place a block above your head. If not, you can either place this block or this block, dig down 1, and place a block above your head. Now what you want to do is you want to place this block here, and you want to, if you can, if you're doing top-down, I recommend placing this block, and proceed to do the housing hole normally. On to fast housing hole 4. This one's a way to do a fast housing hole. I prefer to do this one's a way to do it with the safe hole. So what you want to do is you want to place these 2 blocks. This one is optional. Place a block above your head. Dig down 2, dig across 2, and if you have any gold in your inventory, you want to throw it to them here, because you're not gonna throw any gold in for another few blocks. And then you throw this gold in. Now what you can do with this one, if you dig this block, you can throw it like this, the gold. You have to throw it up a little bit, but you can throw it like that. And you have to crouch so that you can't grab it. For all these fast housing holes, you want to crouch so that you can't grab the gold. On to fast housing hole 5. This one, you place these 2 blocks. This one's optional, but I highly recommend it. Dig down and let the piglins in. And you get these gold, and with these gold, you can either break this block, but I like to save breaking this block and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place 3 blocks. And housing hole 6. One thing I should point out for beginners is keep in mind there are exactly 9 gold blocks down here. So if you don't have 9, that means you're missing one. Last one is this. Place here, and you place these 2 blocks. This one's a little bit better than housing hole 2 for Manhunt. It's the same concept. You can also place this block, and that's about it. And you just get all the gold from there. Alright, I think it's time to get into top-down housing routes. So the first one is what I call Kuee route. It's by Kuee and Sichi. And I'll show you how it works. Actually, I should probably use single housing. You want to pick block the chest. Head hitter here. You want to break the chest here. Oops. Go over that one more time. Sometimes breaking the chest is a little bit risky if there's a lot of piglins there, so you don't have to break that chest. And you can also break it here. was the route. I'll go through each element of the route now. So whenever you're looting the chests for top down, there's 3 ways to do it. You can either, or 4 ways rather. You can either build up to here, get to the safe spot, or even here. You can also get into this hole and loot for a chest plate or any other armor piece. And you can build up here 3 blocks, and they can't get you if you stand on the back corner of this. Alternatively, you can just break all the chests and let the gold distract them. This is not my favorite way of doing it. Sometimes you'll have to punch a piglin if you think they're tier 1 locked, and proceed with the route. I like to do a head hitter right here. Now, there are 2 optimal places to break the gold block down here, or you can not break it at all, but it aggroes a few more piglins from the units. You can either stand on this block and break a gold block or a chest, or you can stand on this block and break a gold block or a chest. Then you want to block them off so that they can't attack you. Place these 2 blocks, or you can just place 1 and jump across it. And then break this block, this block, this block. You want to let them down before you break these blocks. That way you don't have to hard toggle as much, or rely on hard mode as much. And then break these blocks. Then what I like to do is hard toggle. Oh, important thing, you want to break the bottom block before you break the top block. Now you don't have to get these 2 extra blocks, but it allows a little bit more time for the piglins from the units to path up. And you get those. And what I recommend is not throwing all of them. I like to just jump down and throw 1, or 2, or 3, or 4, and then do your housing hole. With that in mind, I'm gonna actually record this so that we can watch it in 3rd person mode, because there's a lot to learn from this route that you can't actually see. Did not get the chest there. So I just won't break anything here. If you don't break anything, you want to stand back as far as possible when aggroing. And yes, I have hard toggled. And that's pretty much the whole route. There's not too much complicated stuff after that. So let's watch the replay now. This will just take a few seconds to load up. The next routes I'm going to go over are the Digdown Top-down housing route, which is pretty new, and what to do when you have double triple, as well as a map bug. Anyway, yeah, I think we're just waiting for this replay file to load now. I don't know why it's taking so long. I guess we'll get into other routes while we do that. I'll go over my dig down route now. So I'll just showcase it now and then go over it later. Oh, there we go, it's loading. So I'll do this later. There we go. Alright, so there's a lot we can learn from this third-person view. First of which is that a lot of piglins clump up here. And when you do a normal top-down housing route, like the old top-down housing route, they like to walk into this corner. You block up those guys so they end up going down this way. Now these piglins, they clump up here, but you end up getting them, so. Now you see these guys? This is something cool to pathfind up like this. So that's why you want to break, they came from the units, so you want to break as far out this way, you want to aggro as far out this way, and as early as possible. and for as long as possible. Alright, now onto the Digdown Top-down housing. This is a new route, pretty much done being developed, but I do believe this one is superior to the Sichi route. You want to make sure you throw gold there. Any gold item marks. Hard toggle again. Yeah, low rolled on pigments this time, but usually gets you a pretty sufficient amount of pigments. Alright, now for an explanation of each element. Same chest leading as earlier, and we go down the same way as earlier. Except this time you want to either dig down a block to place a block above your head and then use this block to aggro. If you have a chest or gilded blackstone, break that. If you don't, punch a piglin that's over here. Or you can just place these two blocks and then dig down and aggro. You want to wait a few seconds. It's crucial that you wait a few seconds for the piglins to be able to pathfind. And then dig down. Throw a gold item so that they all get distracted. You want to throw that gold item as you're dropping down. Place the block here and hard toggle. With those notes in mind, I'm going to run the route again. I like to hard toggle here. I don't know if it actually gets any piglins. And it appears as though I low rolled again on piglins. This route is supposed to average 13 piglins. Been unlucky. Anyway, you also want to loot the chests, the double chests there, but that's about it for that route. Now I'm going to get into triple housing. Alright, so for this one, I like to loot these chests, either like this, or like this. And then what I do, so I'll go into survival and show what I... Actually, before I do that, I'm going to go over a map bug. When these ramparts are this close together, that's a bug. They are not supposed to be this close together. So I'll see if I can show what the correct generation looks like. So I don't practice it whenever it's bugged like this. I just completely reset it because it's completely inaccurate. So this is how they're supposed to look. Alright, so I'll get into the chest looting. Oh, I put it up on the wrong block. Silly me. And then I break this chest. Throw down a gold. Break the other two chests. Oops, I was in hard mode. Oopsies. throw down a gold, break these other 2 chests, the other 3 chests. Try that again. Anyway, this is rough. I didn't even know if I could run this one because of the lava. So some runners don't loot the left rampart chests, which is completely fine. They have to high roll. Anyway, this is a bugged one. This is also bugged. Lava housing, way back. Another bugged one. This one's good. And lava housing, no bug. Place this block. Let them get distracted by the gold. Now I like to throw a gold here, break that block, place that lava, throw another gold, dig down these 2 blocks, and then commence with whatever top-down housing route you normally do, whether that be QT or not. If you do the dig down route, then it's important that you definitely place like this. And you should hard toggle while you're here, while you're waiting. The other thing people do with dig down is they dig the Tifu blocks. This one's a bugged one. Also bugged. People dig the Tifu blocks. They play top down, they come down this way. And then they dig the Tifu blocks. I'm just going to freeze that lava. If you do break the TP blocks from down here, it's important, it's crucial rather, that you stand on this block when breaking them. Just messes with the piglin pathfinding if you stand anywhere past there, and if you stand anywhere back, you can't actually break the blocks. Alright, I'm going to do the top-down housing route in full now. If you get stuck here, you can just build up. I'm a little bit too low on health to do this route. That's fine. Yep, I died. It's a little bit of a risky route. I have not perfected it yet, but I have faith that top runners can do this pretty consistently. Got a little stuck here. I'm just going to play QT route now. lava really quickly. The reason you need this lava is as soon as you go down this way, these piglins start to path onto this block, and they get stuck. So that's why you need that lava. Alternatively, if you don't want to place the lava, you can place these 2 blocks. But sometimes the piglins will be in the way. I'm going to move on to lava housing now. Oh, is that not convenient? I don't even know if it's... No, this isn't lava housing. Alright. For double triple, you can easily just play an elevator. There's a special variation you have to do if it's not double triple. Anyway. So you play it the same as you would a normal top-down, except you don't need that lava placement. Place these 3 blocks. Hard toggle here while you're safe. In the original video, Fyroah does use the bowl invader, but I don't like to use that. I think it's a little bit slower than what I will show. You don't have to grab all these gold, especially if these piglins up top are not trading. You don't want to grab all of them, in my opinion. I don't know why I got 8 there. Should be getting 9. And then you break these 3 blocks. Toss in some gold. Place this wrong. I'm gonna place that there. Oops. You don't want to get caught on fire for sure. These chests. And go back up to the piglins. Now I'm gonna explain each individual concept of the route. Same thing as top-down. I don't have to explain, or double, triple top-down. When you go down this way, there's gonna be lava somewhere around here. Nope. That's not it. Anyway, placing these 3 blocks for pathing helps. They're not necessary. None of them are. And hard toggle here while you're safe, so that the piglins down by the Tifu blocks would actually jump down. By the way, when I refer to the Tifu blocks, I'm referring to these blocks right here. The ones that you break to get down. Breaking through here allows these piglins to path. Some of them actually, I should explain that, some of them pathfind down through the TV blocks. Some of them alternatively go this way, down and around. And there's 3 gold blocks here that you want to get. Keep them trading in this hole. And when you go down, you have to block clutch here. If you don't block clutch, that's fine. You just want to dig up a block. Hold forward and angle yourself against this block like such, so that you don't get burned by lava. Place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. You don't need that one. It just be, or yeah, you don't need this one. No, you do need this one. Sorry, you don't need that one. It just speeds up the lava draining a little bit, and then you get as many blocks as you want. Come up this way and let them down. That's about it for the route. Now there's a few alternative variations that I need to show. If you have a single chest and it's buried, there is still a way to do it without triple chest. Oh, perfect, that's lava housing. So I will show off what you want to do. You're going to have gold in your hotbar. 1, 2, 3. You don't need that top block. And they should be coming down still. And you play the route as normal from there. I think we are ready to move on to Manhunt. I have a more explicit video on Manhunt. It's a little bit outdated, but I'll go over pretty much the key points in that video. And if you want more in-depth explanations, those are in that video and you can watch it. I will link it in the description. I'm going to turn off terrain so I can just show the basic route without having any difficulty. Oopsies. I should have warmed up this route. There was obsidian there I missed out. Anyway, the point is you break the chest and then punch the piglin. Hard toggle here. And you get a decent amount of piglins. Don't expect 21 every time, it's pretty decent. Alright, this route is pretty complicated, so I will go over the main things. Alright, first thing you want to do is break a chest. Ideally, you're standing somewhere around here. You want the further back, the better when breaking the chest. If you plan on punching the pig, assuming it's dry housing and you're punching the pig. So you want to be standing as far back as possible. You want to punch a pig somewhere around this zone. It matters where the pig is, not where you are. You can place this block if you want. And then I like to loot the chest. Some people don't, especially if there are piglins on top of it. You can do whatever housing hole you like. Make sure you hard toggle here. And do the hole. Alright, a few details. First of which is the lava placement. This lava placement prevents piglins from going over this way and piling up over here. Instead, they go up this staircase. It also prevents them from going into here and piling up over here. What else? There is, if you don't want to do the lava placement, I recommend doing like a double stack type thing. Oops. And climbing up that way. This block improves pathing, so do these two, but if you just do this block, that's completely fine. What some people like to do, and it's exclusive from this block, is they like to place this block and jump up like this, and just do it like a Chad. I don't recommend that. I think it's a little bit dangerous. It's not super dangerous, though. The main problem with it is that piglin pathing. When you loot the chest, you're overlapping piglin's pathing to you with looting the chest. That way you don't have to do it later. Trades go by so fast that if you're looting the chest after trades, you're just wasting time. Let me think. You're not overlapping it with trades in most cases. Well, you can be, but if you're doing housing right, you're getting plenty of piglins. If you don't feel comfortable punching a pig, you can aggro here, but I highly recommend punching a pig, because of tier 1 locking, which I will, you know what, I'm probably going to explain tier 1 locking in the description, or pinned comment or something. Anyway, on to wet lava housing stuff, or wet housing, not lava housing. Alright, the first thing is whenever you have a situation like this, piglins will pathfind to this block and just stop here. Well, they'll get stuck here. So, whenever you break this, there's two of the centers that generate like this, where they have this kind of situation here. and you can place these 2 blocks so that they pathfind. Alternatively, you can break this block, but it's just generally better to place these 2 blocks. One thing I should mention that I forgot to mention earlier, if you don't feel comfortable punching a pig, sometimes there's a gold block that will generate right about here, right on this block, so you can break that instead. For wet housing, you generally want to, the key to wet housing, the name of the game, is connecting bridges, I guess. So if there are any loose bridges, or any unconnected spots, you have to connect them. In this one, you build a block here, and build these 2 blocks here. And it'll get you plenty of piglins. Now, with wet housing, you don't want to be looking around for a bunch of gaps. You want to know where the gaps are. So, if I'm playing this, alright, so I see it's the left chest. So I know that behind me, there's already a bridge I need to make. Right behind me, right here, before I break the chest. I see that there's lava here, so I'm probably going to build something like this. I know that there's this, which I can build here. And this one you have to speed bridge. 4 blocks, and build out another 4. Anyway, it's a little bit hard for me to explain it when routing, but if you're wondering about all the bridges, check out my video. Showcases all the bridges that you need to know. I won't get into depth with that. Anyway, I'm going to route it a few times, just showing you what the general housing route looks like, or what a manhunt housing looks like. I'll just route it like 3 times. This one has this situation here. You can hard toggle for just a second, like literally 1 tick, and it'll free up some piglins. I like to throw an item from the chest. Now 7's a bad amount of piglins, like you don't want to, or even 9. But like, the difference between 9 and 12 piglins is much less severe than the difference between 6 and 9. Anyway, I'll route it again. If there's magma here, let's say there's magma here, you want to bridge over it. Using a piglin, I punched that piglin a little bit too close to the ramparts. So what I'm going to have to do here is have a gold in my inventory. And if there are any piglins that are aggroed here. So I got a little unlucky there, but anyway. You don't want to punch, generally, you want to punch the piglin or make your second aggro behind this line. Yeah. And so if there are angry piglins here, you can just you break these 2 blocks. So you leave this block, you break that block's not there. You break these 2, 1, 2, toss a gold, break the block, run up, toss another gold, and do your housing hole. I think that's just about it for housing. I'm going to, or not housing, for just regular manhunt. I'm going to go over lava housing manhunt. I have a video on this, but I will explain it in depth now. Alright, so it looks like, okay, so it will happen. Anyway, the lava is here. Now what happens, it's not going to happen with this one. I'll get a completely exposed one. Alright, so if it is completely exposed, you're going to see lava is going to drip down from here. and it ends up flooding this whole area here. So, the problem is that piglins can't pathfind this way when it's exposed. This lava isn't here when there's terrain up there blocking it, but anyway, I just want to explain that piglins cannot get through this way, which is, I guess, something I should mention. So I will demonstrate the route. This is not good, I took a lot of damage. I did that wrong, my bad. So you can break this block when it generates here. Oops, I forgot to make it lava housing, my bad. Alright, this is rough. There we go. I'm just not gonna loot that chest. It was guarded by a piglin. One, two, three. This is not by no means perfect. I need to redo this when I explain it, but this is the general concept. These guys got stuff there. Alright, I'm just going to explain everything. Alright, so I'm going to get the lava in, and then I can... Alright, so blocking off this allows the piglins not to get stuck here, because if they come this way, they get stuck like over here, and they don't want to pass to you. So you block them off from here, place these two blocks are simply, these two blocks right here, are simply to avoid the piglins from pushing each other into the lava, and then these two blocks are so that they can actually path across. You want to break 1, 2, 3, but you want to break them, like, you want to wait about a half second before breaking them, that way the lava doesn't actually flow down that way. What happens, by the way, is the piglins go around here, drop down, come through here, and climb up. Then what you do, you want to place this block, these two blocks, and the lava drains. But if you want to speed up its draining, you can place those two blocks and dig that one. And then do your housing hole 4, or your fast housing hole 4, rather. That's about it for lava housing, and that's about it for housing in general. So that concludes the video. Thank you for watching, and, yeah, that's it.